Subscribe and download over 1 million code snippet including this tutorial from codegive.com, link in the description below. Certainly. Let's create an informative tutorial about the selenium.common.exceptions.timeoutException in Python with a code example. This exception is commonly encountered when working with Selenium, a popular tool for automating web browsers. Title: Handling timeout exception in Selenium with Python. Introduction. When automating web browsers using Selenium in Python, it's crucial to handle timeouts effectively. The timeout exception is a common exception that occurs when an operation takes longer than the specified time to complete. This tutorial will guide you through understanding and handling the selenium.common.exceptions.timeoutException with a practical code example. Prerequisites. Understanding timeout exception. The timeout exception is raised when Selenium's WebDriver is unable to find an element within the specified time. It is a subclass of the more general selenium.common.exceptions.WebDriver exception. Common scenarios for encountering this exception include waiting for an element to be present, visible, clickable, etc., but it doesn't happen within the specified timeout duration. Handling timeout exception. To handle the timeout exception, we typically use explicit waits with WebDriver wait in Selenium. This allows the script to wait for a certain condition to be met before proceeding further. Code example. Let's consider a scenario where we want to click a button on a web page. If the button is not immediately present, we will wait for up to 10 seconds for it to appear. In this example. Conclusion. Handling timeout exception is essential for robust Selenium scripts. By using explicit waits, you can make your automation scripts more reliable and adaptive to varying page load times. ChatGPT. In Selenium automation, timeout exception is a common exception that occurs when an operation or command takes longer than the specified time to complete. This exception is part of the selenium.common.exceptions module and is raised when the WebDriver is unable to locate an element within the specified timeout. In this tutorial, we'll discuss how to handle timeout exception in Selenium using Python and provide code examples to demonstrate different approaches. Before proceeding, make sure you have the following installed. Implicit wait instructs the WebDriver to wait for a certain amount of time before throwing a timeout exception. It is applied globally to every element search. Explicit wait is more precise than implicit wait and is applied to a specific element or condition.